Hello class 6. Today I will start your book Roots. Now, the poem If written by the famous poet Rudyard Kipling. Famous poet. Um, now, um, now, my students, I will teach you the poem. Here I will give you the meaning also, stanzas by stanza. Okay. Now, Rudyard, Rudyard, Rudyard Kipling. Rudyard Kipling is an India born British Nobel laureate poet. Okay, India born British Nobel laureate poet Rudyard Kipling. Now, first of all, I want to recite the poem. Listen, all of you, carefully. If you can keep your head when all about you are losing theirs and blaming it on you, if you can trust yourself when all men doubt you, but make allowance for their doubting too, if you can wait and not be tired by waiting, or being lied about, don't deal in lies, or being hated, don't give way to hating, and yet don't look too good, not talk too wise. This is the first stanza, okay? The poem consists of 4 stanzas. Second stanza. If you can dream and not make dreams your master, if you can think, if you can think and not make thoughts your aim, and not make thoughts your aim. Now, if you can meet with triumph and disaster, and treat those two impostors just the same, if you can bear to hear the truth you have spoken, twisted by knaves to make a trap for fools, or watch the things you gave your life to broken, and stoop and build them up with worn out tools. Now, third stanza. Then, my students, the third stanza, okay? If you can make one heap of all your winnings and risk it on one turn of pitch and toss and lose and start again at your beginnings and never breathe a word about your loss, if you can force your heart and nerve and sinew to serve your turn long after they are gone, and so hold on when there is nothing in you except the will which says to them, hold on. Fourth stanza. Now, if you can talk with crowds and keep your virtue, or walk with kings, nor lose the common touch, if neither foes nor loving friends can hurt you, if all men count with you but none too much, if you can fill the forgiving minute with 60 seconds worth of distance run, yours is the earth and everything that's in it, and which is more, you will be a man, my son. Now, my students, the poem If consists of 4 stanzas, okay? Now, let me first give you the summary of the poem. The poem If by the India born British Nobel laureate poet Rudyard Kipling is a poem of ultimate inspiration that tells us how to deal with different situations in life. The poet conveys his ideas about how to win this life, and after all, how to be a good human being. First paragraph again, let me tell you again. You don't have to write it, okay? The poem, if by the Indian born British Nobel laureate poet Rudyard Kipling, is a poem of ultimate inspiration that tells us how to deal with different situations in life, full stop. The poet conveys his ideas, Conveys, conveys his ideas about how to win this life, and after all, how to be a good human being. Second para. The poem, lists a set of conditionals for the speaker's apostrophe s, for the speaker's son to follow in order to become an ideal man. Full stop. The speaker advises his son about how to perceive, PERCEIV, how to perceive the world and life's apostrophe s, life's challenges, 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 so that he can both learn from his experiences and overcome barriers, 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 full stop. If is an inspirational poem, INSPIRATIONAL, inspirational poem that provides, PROVIDES, that provides advice on how one should live one's apostrophe s life. Full stop. Let me repeat this paragraph, okay? I mean, para means this summary. The poem, lists a set of conditionals, that is conditions, for the speaker's son to follow in order to become an ideal man. Full stop. The speaker advises his son about how to perceive, PERCEIV, how to perceive the world and life's challenges, so that he can both learn from his experiences and overcome barriers, 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 full stop. If is an inspirational poem, the poem which gives us inspiration and impetus to do better things. INSPIRATIONAL, inspirational poem that provides advice, PROVIDES, provides advice on how one should live one's life. This is the summary of the poem, my students. Okay. Now, as the poem consists of 4 stanzas, let me give you one by one the meaning of the stanzas. Okay, first stanza. Rudyard Kipling reminds the reader of the importance of maintaining. This also, you, my students, you don't have to write. Rudyard Kipling reminds the reader of the importance of maintaining a level head, 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 even when those, THOSE, those around the reader, AROUND, around the reader, do not have one and are blaming the situation on the reader. That is, in this first stanza, the poet reminds the reader about the importance of maintaining always a morality, and the head must be up even when all the people around us are blaming us. That is, if the people around us are blaming us, then at that time also we should not lose our confidence. Always we should keep our head up. Now, the second paragraph, second stanza. Second stanza is to deal with triumph and disaster. Triumph means win, disaster means difficulties, problems, our defeat in life. We have to deal both our victories and our defeat in the same way. Be moderate. We must be moderate. Don't be so much emotional. We have to accept, ACCEPT, accept both our defeat and both our victory in the same way. Now, then the third stanza, my students, third stanza. In stanza 3, the poet says that if one takes all of one's hard, 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 hyphen earned, 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 hard-earned successes and lose them all because of one's risk, one's apostrophe S, risk, 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 comma, one should be willing to start again despite, DESPITE, despite of one's failure, because taking chances is a part of life. Taking chances is a part of our life. Okay, my students, again let me repeat the main idea of third stanza. In third stanza, the poet says that if one takes all of one's apostrophe S, hard earned, HARD, hard, dash EARNED, earned successes and lose them all because of one's risk, one should be willing to start again despite of one's failures, 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 because taking chances is a part of life. So in the third stanza, the poet wants to say that in our life, we have to face our failures in spite of our hard work. Success is a part of our life, but failures is also a part of our life. But we have to accept the truth that failures is a part of our life. We have to work hard for the next time success. We should have enough confidence so that next time we may achieve success in spite of our past failures. Okay, because we have to think that like success, failures is also a part of our life. Okay, fourth stanza. The final stanza tells us that a perfect person should be able to address and converse, CONVERSE, converse with large groups of people and still hold on to his integrity. INTEGRITY, integrity, comma. A man should be able to talk with royalty or nobility, 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 and keep from growing arrogant or staying true to himself. Let me repeat the fourth stanza again, then I will explain, okay? You don't have to write it. The final stanza tells us that a perfect person should be able to address and converse with large groups of people and still hold on to his integrity. Integrity. integrity, integrity, comma. A man should be able to talk with royalty or nobility, 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 and keep from growing arrogant, 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 or staying true to himself. Staying true to himself, full stop. Now that is, a perfect person should be able to mix with large number of people. A person should not be aloof. A perfect person should not be aloof from the common mass. But he should not lose his own morality and royalty. He must keep his own integrity, that is his own characteristics, his own morality, but should have the capacity to mix with the large section of people. Now, my students, look at your book, the meaning. The meaning of the book you have to study. Now, first one, impostors, impostors. Impostors in your page number 127. What is the meaning? Those who pretend to be somebody else in order to trick people. That is a person who cheats other people by deceiving them, by pretending with them, okay? By pretending that he is another person. By this he cheats other persons. Knaves, knaves. Knaves means dishonest men. Dishonest men. Next page 128. SINEW. New. New. Sinew. A strong band of tissue in the body that joins a muscle to a bone. Here meaning is muscle, strength. Here you keep in your mind the meaning is new is muscle, 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 comma, strength, strength, strength. Next, virtue, 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 meaning behavior or attitudes that show high moral standards. Virtue means behavior or attitudes that show high moral standards. Now, this meaning of the book is enough for you. I explained stanza by stanza. That is the main meaning of the poem is clear to you. Now ready to write down the questions, okay, that you have to write. Question number 1. Why are triumph and disaster called impostors? All of my students, you write it down. Why are triumph, triumph, triumph and disaster, disaster, called impostors, imposters, impostors? My students, this is from your second paragraph, okay? Right. Triumph and disaster are imposters because they are passing moments of life. PASSING, passing moments of life. Full stop. The poet calls the two imposters dash. That is, let me repeat it. After full stop you write, the poet calls 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 triumph and disaster, comma, these two imposters as cheaters. CHEATERS, cheaters. Let me repeat up till this again. Triumph and question is, why are triumph and disaster called imposters? Answer, triumph and disaster. You will get this spelling in the second stanza of the book. TRIUMPH, triumph, and disaster, DISASTER, disaster are imposters because they are passing, PASSING, passing moments of life. Full stop. The poet calls, CALLS calls, comma, triumph and disaster as triumph and disaster, these two imposters as cheaters, CHEATERS, cheaters. Let me repeat this line again. The poet calls triumph and disaster, these two imposters as cheaters, 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 full stop. People become too happy in success, SUCCESS, and forget their duty at hand. Let me repeat this sentence again. People become too happy in success and forget their duty at hand. Full stop. People may reduce their chance to reach, reach higher goal, goal, and at the bad timing, timing, they may lose their faith and confidence. Let me repeat this sentence again. People may reduce, reduce their, their chance, chance to reach higher goal, and at the bad timing, timing, they may lose, lose their, their faith, faith and confidence, 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 full stop. So we can conclude, we can conclude that both triumph, TRIUMPH, triumph and disaster are imposters, IMPOSTERS, imposters. Now, question number 2. Whom does the poet addresses in the poem, if? Now, whom does the poet addresses in the poem if? Now answer. In Rudyard Kipling's poem If, he is speaking to his only son. Full stop. In the poem, he addresses his son, ADDRESSES. He addresses his son as you, while he provides, while he provides, PROVIDES, provides instruction, INSTRUCTION, instruction on becoming a man of virtue, VIRTUE, virtue. Now, again, second question, whom does the poet addresses in the poem If? Now, answer. In Rudyard Kipling's poem If, he is speaking to his only son. Full stop. In the poem, he addresses his son as you within single inverted. While he provides, PROVIDES, provides instruction on becoming a man of virtue, VIRTUE, virtue. Now, third question. How can a person become a perfect man according to the poet Rudyard Kipling? Now, all of my students, you write the answer. Rudyard, okay, I will tell you again the spelling. First of all, tell me, because the question answer you have to write, and the word meaning from the book. How can a person become a perfect man according to Rudyard? As proper name, R capital letter, RUDYARD, Rudyard, RUDYARD. Then Kipling's, K capital letter, KIPLINGS. Now, Rudyard Kipling. Now, my student, you write. Question is, how can a person become a perfect man according to Kipling? Rudyard Kipling. Now, a perfect man, according to Kipling, is one who has a good, moral character, full stop. Good character is most important for a perfect man, full stop. A perfect man must have confidence, full stop. A best person must be able to trust himself and doing the right thing at the right moment, even he faces with difficult circumstances. Again, let me repeat this question and answer again, okay? How can a person become a perfect man according to Rudyard Kipling? Rudyard Kipling. Now, answer. A perfect man, according to Kipling, is one who has a good, moral character, full stop. Good character is most important for a perfect man, full stop. A perfect man must have confidence, 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 full stop. A best person must be able to trust, 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 trust himself and doing the right thing at right moment. Even he faces with difficult circumstances, faces, F-A-C-E-S, faces with difficult, D-I-F-F-I-C-U-L-T, difficult circumstances, C-I-R-C-U-M-S-T-A-N-C-E-S, circumstances, C-I-R-C-U-M-S-T-A-N-C-E-S, circumstances. Okay, my students, question answer what I taught. I told you the meaning of the poem stanza by stanza and also the summary. Question will not come from this, but this is for your understanding the poem, and then but the word meaning 2 or 3 from your book, what is written in your book. Okay, this is the end of the chapter. If okay, I will teach you then smartphone and its addiction. Okay, see you in my next class. Thank you.